Sit down. Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous from scratch 2 manufactured material gathering at Dav's Hope. I know we come out here quite a bit, but the things we need are credits, materials, and working with engineers. Then after that, you got it. Scoop.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Okay. We should have plenty of space for material now. Since I'm using a HP Reverb G2 and not being able to use the controllers, the touch controllers like with the Rift S that I once upon a time got to use, it's much more difficult here at Dav's Hope with the HOTAS than it was with the touch controllers. To make turns, you got to be much slower. Or it'll spin you out and throw you into the racks. Just the way it is. This menu. We exit back to the menu so we can gather more materials. Scoop. I know a few don't like that we manipulate the game that way by going to the main menu, but come too far and you need too many materials. And everyone should play the way they want to play, and I just want to gather materials and then hit the engineer and I have enough materials.
Incoming message.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button. We need subscribers. Also watch our videos on GFM_RDG channel. And consider joining our Patreon, finding the fleet carrier, adding tritium to it through either the fuel tank or the commodities market. All of those ways will help us. Sys menu. And the number of videos that I post to YouTube will fluctuate because I'm transferring videos to rumble.com. Rumble censors a whole lot less than YouTube does. Scoop. Just like Parler censors a whole lot less than Twitter does. We're just in a world where people try to control thought, which then that takes away from freedoms. And you know, I'm all about freedoms, not controlling thought. Someday there'll be a one world dictator and he will control everybody. And you can tell we're going toward that already. So we fight it as much as we can, as long as we can. Freedoms are always better than tyranny. Too many people support tyranny, though. That's the problem. Sys menu. Scoop. And they do it because they think they're going to get free stuff. Well, that's not. Socialist society starts out by giving the free stuff, but then they take control. And then the people become their slaves. And we can tell the U.S. is going in that direction. Just like Russia and China and Venezuela.
Incoming message.
It's all going that direction. Where the controlling class controls. It's all about control. Kind of like in Elite Dangerous, where you have 3 factions. Well, the Empire controls the most, their people. Federation controls the next most. The Alliance, third, and then Independent controls the least. Or like in Star Wars, you have the dark side and the light, the good side. Sys menu. You can tell we're going over to the dark side in 2021. And you'll be able to continue to see where we go over to the dark side. Scoop. I'm not willing to sacrifice my freedoms for some free stuff. It's usually a lie anyway. That's just to gather control, and then they tighten the noose. Like the first political book in Greece ever written. It says, promise the people everything, and then after you get control, you don't have to give them anything. Well, our politicians go by that playbook. They promise you everything, wind up giving you nothing, and controlling every part of your life. Okay, so let's get back to material trading. Most of it we can't fully control. Yeah, that composites kind of got away from us. I mean, we clicked it, but sometimes it doesn't pick it up. Sys menu. But that's what gaming is for. It's an escape. Allows us to escape to a different reality. Scoop.
Incoming message.
Probably have about 10 more minutes in this video. Main thing is just collect, collect, collect. All about collecting the materials. And we'll do this for a couple of more videos, and then we'll go out and do some raw material gathering. Sys menu. Scoop. I have pre-ordered Odyssey and alpha testing, so when that becomes available, and by the time you see this video it might have already become available, so just watch out for it on my channel. As soon as you see that Odyssey is available for alpha testing, then you can check out our channel for those videos.
Incoming message.
See, the base of this game is credits, materials, and working with engineers. Outside of that, there's some other things you can do, but that's the main things. I do have a fleet carrier, and you can watch those fleet carrier videos of when we purchased it and outfitted it when we first started using it. Sys menu. At times you'll see us board and use the fleet carrier. It's 25 million a week in credits though. Scoop. Credits are a little harder to make right now because Frontier wants to control how many you can make and how much playtime you have to do to make it. There's been better times in the past when there wasn't so much control and where things worked out a little bit better for credit's sake.
Incoming message.
I'm looking for those times where they relax the requirements and I can load up on credits and then do other things like we're doing right now, where we're working with the alt accounts and we're working with gathering materials and working with the engineers and those things. I have about 5-6 more minutes before of this video before we end it, and then later on we'll start another one. Sys menu. I use an HP G2 reverb. Headset. Scoop. Scoop. Check out our other videos on Half-Life Alyx, Assetto Corsa, No Man's Sky and Subnautica, VR Pinball, all kinds of things. Race Room. Search our channel. Sometimes I have to adjust my headset. And turns, we got to be really careful since I'm using a HOTUS. Doesn't work as well as the touch controllers did. This menu. Scoop. Got about 3 or 4 more minutes of this video. But again, be sure to hit that subscribe button. That would really help us out. Watch more of our videos at GFM_RDG. Consider donating and joining our Patreon. Finding the fleet carrier, adding tritium to it through its fuel tank and through its commodities market. And watch more of our videos on Rumble. We copy more of our videos over there every day. So check those out. Start watching videos there, especially if you're more into free speech, non-censorship, that kind of stuff. Hit wrong button. Sys menu. Sys menu. Scoop. We get a lot more support from Rumble than we do from YouTube. We get less and less all the time from YouTube. At the moment, Rumble is the only one that gives us any kind of support. 2. My viewership shows pretty high on each individual video on Rumble, but on the summary, there's something that doesn't add up. Because I have single videos that show more than what's showing up on the analytics on Rumble. And I probably have 100 times more views if you count up the views on each video than I do that show up in the summary. So there is something wrong there. I know it's a process. Sys menu of getting everything to work out just right. Start checking out our videos on rumble.com. At the moment, YouTube has more viewers. Scoop. and they're in more countries and things like that, but there's, just like with Facebook, there's a lot of drawbacks with major mainstream media and Twitter. They want to control your life, all of it. So, and I'm not part of that. I don't care much for that. And the best thing to help defeat that is competition.
Incoming message.
So, help support Rumble for preferred competition. I mean, you'll wind up seeing all of our videos out there too. So we're at the moment not completely cutting out YouTube, but we definitely want an alternative out there. So, you know, I can't promise what the future will hold. We don't know yet, but as the future continues, we'll know more. So until the next video, thank you for watching. Goodbye.